Hey guys, how's it going? I'm SPIKE-A-SAURUS, and today I built something that I think you will all enjoy. So today I am building what I have decided to call Library of the Gods. The general idea was to build a large hall, so large that it will use the entire build height. The plan is to use the cloud layer as the ceiling because that seems to make sense. But for now I'm going to leave the clouds off so you can see what I'm doing. As for right now, I'm getting in the basic shape for the largest of the arches that I'm making. I'll be using birch wood for the main block and sandstone for some accents. Now this could all be done with quartz blocks probably, but I wanted to use something with a slightly warmer tone. I also found myself doing a lot of measuring to make sure pillars were spaced out how I wanted them to be. With the basic size and shape decided, I placed 2 more of these arches to give the initial impression of the size of the main gathering space. Okay, so now I begin detailing the main arch. This style is completely new to me, so I'm sure I could have done things differently, but I do like how my design ended up. I think just the right amount of detail gives it an elegant feel, which is exactly what I'm going for. I think what really helped with this main arch was creating these lines in the pillars for a bit of depth and contrast. As for the top of the arch, not much detail was needed. It was more about depth and a few simple patterns that weren't over exaggerated but fit the theme well. After copying that design over to the other arches, I start working on what will be acting as the main defining walls for the library, but also acting as the different levels for all the bookshelves. I'm keeping these pillars smaller so that I can have more levels. The idea is to have many stories to exaggerate the amount of books and therefore knowledge that is held in this grand area. Here I'm creating essentially an embossed pillar, and I use similar design elements to detail this as well. Okay, so to show the sheer size of this build, it's important to show the scale. The way I'm doing this is by creating an arch with similar details that is a fraction of the size to show how large the other arch is. I will actually end up repeating this process by making yet another small arch at the smallest scale I can while still keeping the general shape the same. Now I'm adding in a large tile pattern that will be repeated a few times. I do this to break up the smooth gray concrete floor. Similarly, I am building the smallest of the arches along with some bookshelves to section the study areas off without actually walling the areas off. This will become more obvious once the desks are in place. Along the large steps, I am creating a small simple bookshelf and desk design for someone to get some good studying done. Here on the bottom level, I am laying out some tables for more of a group learning environment. Lastly, I do some texturing. I went for a dark marbled floor by using some different stone blocks to give the appearance of streaks in marble. I'm doing a similar thing for the larger amounts of birch by using sandstone to give the impression of cracks and wear, and I'm certainly not that great at this technique yet. And with that, I believe we are done.
Blankz.
Hey, thank you all for staying around to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. If you want to see me post videos more often, be sure to like the video, share with your friends, comment below any crazy ideas you have for future videos, and consider subscribing. Lastly, I encourage you to follow me on Twitter and Instagram to see sneak peeks before I release the videos to YouTube. Alright, I'm SPIKE-A-SAURUS, and I'll see you next time.